I'm gonna try to make this video both in German for Thomas Shenanigans and in English for Thomas in the German. Already regretting it because editing is gonna be a bitch. Today I shall lay out the Thomas content that we Germans never received, and because of reasons I will start with the Railway series. The only Railway series books that were released in Germany are the first two, being compiled in Thomas Die Tenderlock. If you want to count them too, the first 4 books have been translated into Swiss German. But the majority of the Railway series was never made in German. Even the translators of the TV series weren't aware that the Railway series was a name and not something they had to literally translate. The first 5 series of Thomas were fully dubbed, but if you want to count it, Tux was not. Nothing, not at all. Should I make a German video about Tux someday? Alright, enough dreading, because the first 2 entire series that were never dubbed into German are these 2. Why they skipped 2 series, we don't know. Maybe because at the time Thomas was sold to Hit Entertainment and Hit preferred to distribute their own episodes rather than the previous ones. Maybe it was because the narrator Manfred Steffen declined due to his old age and asked to be replaced, which led to Thomas's German TV network Super RTL to cast a celebrity as the narrator. And maybe the auditioning process took so long that by the time they got Sky Dumont, Series 8 was already the current series. In any case, these 52 episodes were not ignored completely. They weren't dubbed, but some were adapted into books in Germany. Apart from the Jack episodes and Scare the Engines, all of Series 6 is available in book form, as well as Emily's New Coaches, Peace and Quiet, Fergus Breaks the Rules, Bulgy Writes Again, and Gordon and Spencer from Series 7. If we assume that every German read every book and is only missing the episodes that weren't adapted into a book, the only continuity missing is the introduction of Miss Jenny and her machines and also Arthur. But if we ignore the books, the Germans were also never properly introduced to Salty, Harvey, Elizabeth, Alicia Botti, Murdoch, Spencer, and frustratingly Emily, one of the later main characters. All these characters just appeared in Series 8 and some are getting introduced well enough, while others just sort of exist, accepted. Oh yeah, and we also never ever even met Fergus. The next undubbed productions were 2 of the Jack episodes. No, not the pilot from Series 6, 2 of the 13 spin-off episodes. Germany only got the Thomas's Trusty Friends DVD, and that DVD does not include Jack Owns Up and Percy's Scary Tale. These 2 episodes were not dubbed, the other 11 were, which is also kind of peculiar. Only dubbing a couple of episodes of a series, but not all? Gee, I sure hope that was a one-time thing. What follows is a long period where the Germans got everything. Okay, when I say everything, I mean all series, all episodes, and all specials. But things like songs usually weren't dubbed. The only songs we've gotten are theme songs and the ones from the specials. Even all the background songs from Magic Railroad, excluding the locomotion. And also, for some reason, we got the Best Friends Express from Series 18. So freaking random. Other than that, everything was dubbed, nothing was skipped, until 2015. The Adventure Begins was not dubbed in German, but the special does have very few foreign dubs, so it wasn't really a Germany thing. Later the same year, Series 18 started to air in Germany. For some reason the first episodes released were the 6 Dinos and Discoveries episodes, but whatever, who cares about the order as long as we're getting all the episodes. We are getting all the episodes, aren't we? At this point in time, Thomas's marketing in Germany went downhill fast, and even though the quality of the dub had taken a dip with Series 17, that hardly could have been the reason. But dubbing Thomas seemed to be getting expensive. They sure had to pay a pretty penny for keeping Sky Dumont. In any case, from that point on, only 6 episodes per series were dubbed. The 6 that were marketed the most in English-speaking countries. Dinos and Discoveries for Series 18, Start Your Engines for 19, and Extraordinary Engines for Series 20. The specials in between were dubbed as usual. We did actually get the Extraordinary Engines trailer before it was released in English, as the official German YouTube channel used it as their channel trailer. Oh yeah, Good times, so full of hope that was destroyed immediately. So with 20 or 22 episodes per series missing, what did we Germans not receive? We weren't introduced to the slip coaches, Bradford, Glynn and the people of the Alsdale Railway, and never got most of the episodes with Oliver, Toad, Duncan, Donald and Douglas, the Pack, the miniature engines, etc, etc. Daisy is especially frustrating as she was casted so perfectly with Nadine Schreier. The casting crew clearly did their research, the voice fits the character so perfectly, and then Daisy did get so much screen time but her episodes were never dubbed. Mike and Rex are on the cover of our Big World Big Adventures DVD but never appeared in a dubbed episode, only the specials. Yes, the majority of the Grand Brenner era was withheld from us, but hey, at least we got 6 episodes per series, that's better than none. Oh no! Series 21 was skipped entirely. Big World Big Adventures seemed to have priority, but even the dub of the movie was delayed as it originally proved to be too expensive. The movie only came out 2 years later, in early 2020, after Just Bridge became the new distributor of Thomas. By that time, Series 23 was already airing. Yes, exactly. After Series 21 was skipped, all episodes of Series 22 and 23 were dubbed, no exclusions. But we all remember the time. Thomas was a sinking ship and the excitement for Series 24 wasn't big. No one was particularly looking forward to the dub and neither were we disappointed when it never happened. In fact, a different dubbing company, CSC Studio, was inquired for dubbing Series 24 but nothing came from it. So no final Series 24 for Germany, no episodes or specials. We were neither introduced to Emily back then, nor did we see how she received the number 12. Also no Ruth, Cleo, Sunny, Kenji, Fortnitebot, Duchess or Queen Lizzie. And regarding All Engines Go, we got the first few series and specials, but not the last, but who cares? Let us instead talk about how all the series that weren't dubbed at all are funny meme numbers.
21.
24.